Throughout the creation of our products, our skills with media technologies have improved a lot, and we are a lot more knowledgeable about a wider range of technologies compared to AS. We have really enjoyed our time creating our products using the technologies we wouldn't have been able to use without choosing the short film brief, the film trailer brief. Although we hit many tough stages using these technologies with no training or experience, we were very happy to see our trailer and ancillary tasks turn from an idea to a real product.
Gauntlet said in 2007 that old media, Media 1.0, was made of the idea that producers produce things to sell to the consumers, and new media, Media 2.0, is made of the idea that consumers begin to produce stuff, becoming prosumers. This is shown by the fact that high-quality programs allow users to create music, films, videos and websites and are more readily available. These programs meant that we could make a trailer of a high quality and became prosumers, like he talks about in Media 2.0.
We both use the internet a lot at home in our spare time and for college work, so it made sense to use the internet a lot in our construction, research, planning and evaluation stages. We used Google's website Blogger again this year to make blog entries to track our progress and upload the planning, research, construction and final pieces. We use Blogger as it is free, quite easy to use, and you can add images, text, hyperlinks, and you can also edit the HTML of your blog. On many of the posts I have linked videos on YouTube. YouTube is the most popular video sharing social network on the internet, and you can find a wide variety of videos of many genres. We used YouTube to browse recent thriller horror trailers during the research into conventions of existing products. We also used it to upload videos during the progress of making the trailer and to upload the final product. YouTube was also good for finding tutorials on how to use certain programs and get the looks we want with the cameras and lighting. When looking at the current trailers, we looked at who those trailers producers were, targeting as their audience, and this helped us to create the target audience profile for our film trailer. We also used a survey called SurveyMonkey, which allows us to create simple, free surveys with quick and easy ways to view the results. After we created the questionnaires, the website gave us a link, which we then posted to our social network sites for people to then fill in. The website then automatically collates the results for you. It was easy to analyse the results from each question, so we can see what the target audience find most appealing and meet the needs within our products.
For our ancillary and main tasks, we made equipment list blog posts to show the equipment that we'd be using to create each product. The equipment included a Canon 6D, a Canon 600D, a Canon 5D Mark III and a Nikon D3100, which are all digital single lens reflex cameras. We used the cameras in all three products we made. They were used to shoot the film trailer and to take the images for our magazine covers and posters, and we specifically chose these cameras because they are of a very high quality and are still entry level or easier to use. To make sure the footage and photos we got looked professional and weren't shaky, we used a tripod. The tripod also helped to keep the camera movement smooth when we were recording the different shot types for the trailer. The tripod was also handy when positioning the frame how we wanted it, as we filmed with a prime lens, which meant we couldn't change the focal length. So we had to move the whole tripod and camera to achieve the framing we wanted. Alongside the camera equipment, we also used a Zoom sound recorder and Rode microphone on a boom pole, which were better options than the microphone built into the camera to give us a high quality sound recordings to work with. When recording, we were sure to use the clap method so we could align audio and video together, making it easier when editing to be sure that they were synced. The cameras, the Zoom recorder and the Rode microphone required SD cards to record the data. We used a 64GB SanDisk secure digital high capacity card in the devices to record large amounts of footage or sound recordings at a very high quality.
To create our ancillary task products, we used the photos we had taken and opened them in Adobe Photoshop, which we were quite experienced with from creating the magazine cover contents of double page spread last year. We used a handful of different tools like Move, Text, Paint Bucket, Eraser and Marquee tools, Lasso, crop, and magic wand, gradient tools, the image adjustment settings that could be altered, and effects to create the look we wanted for both our posters and magazine covers. We used a website called Dafont whilst creating our products, which provides different creative fonts that suited the genres. We also used a font from this website as the font of the title for our film.
We used Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects to make our short trailer using the footage and sounds we had recorded. We were both new to both of these programs, so used the internet a lot to help us through the process. The Adobe website was full of tutorials for the program, so we went to that when we got stuck. We started off by going through the SDHC card and finding the good clips that we were going to use in the trailer. Then we had to import them onto a memory stick and create a Premiere Pro project that was saved to the same memory stick, making sure everything was all in one place so there was no file or project errors or missing media. The final footage was then added to the timeline, and we manipulated and moved clips around to how we wanted it to be in the final trailer. We then looked on a website called Video Copilot, which has a lot of After Effects tutorials, and used it to create bits of the text in the trailer that go in between the footage and the last title at the end. It took a few attempts, but in the end we were left with professional looking projects that were dynamic and had a 3D effect, which looked great on the trailer. Once complete, the After Effects projects then had to be exported and added into the Premiere Pro file. After the footage was added, we could then go on to add the sound, which was a lot easier as we had edited the sequence of footage so it had the timings to go by when we placed the audio files alongside the video files. All we had to do then, once the project was finished, was export it at a high quality to a QuickTime file, and then we had our final product. During the use of Premiere Pro, we learned the basics of the program's tools and the name of the parts of the screen, such as the timeline panel, tracks project panel, media browser, selection tool, rolling edit tool, razor tool, pen tool, hand tool, zoom tool. And in After Effects we learned program tool and parts of the screen such as the project area, composition area, timeline selection tool, hand tool, zoom tool, rotate tool, camera tool, clone, stamp and eraser.
Once we had finished our ancillary and main tasks and created our products, we had to evaluate our products. We decided to write the full evaluation together and then to film us saying what we had written to the camera. To do this, we used the Canon 5D Mark III and iMovie, which is editing software that comes loaded onto Apple Mac devices. We decided to use iMovie as it is simpler to use than Premiere Pro, and we would not need to edit as in depth as we did creating our trailer. We sat in front of a blue screen whilst recording, which allowed us to display images, transitions and titles behind us as we spoke. Once we had finished editing, we just had to export the project from iMovie, upload it to YouTube and put the link on our blogs.
It is clear to see that we used media technologies a lot throughout the planning, research, construction and evaluation of our products, and our film trailer magazine covers and posters would not look the quality they are without the range of technology we used.